Hello. So I've been thinking about motivation. I put up a short live video this morning, Monday morning, about motivation and what that means. And I just wanted to expand on it because it's such a big thing when it comes to fitness, and I hear it all the time. I don't have any motivation, I can't find my motivation, I've lost all motivation. And it's just looking at that concept of motivation, what that really means for you and your fitness, and what you can do to find that motivation. So to start with, I'm going to say something slightly controversial, as in I actually don't think you need motivation all the time to go out and exercise. I think there should be times when you just have to say, right, I am going to do it. I'm going to go out for 10 minutes, I'm going to go out for 15 minutes, I'm going to do that workout for 20 minutes. Don't feel motivated. I have to do it anyway. If you know me, you know that I really like my running and like plenty of other things too. But there's lots of days when it's raining and miserable outside and I don't want to go out because it's flipping cold and icy and snowing. It's Scotland. And but I just do it anyway. I just put my gloves on, put my trainers on, and just go for it, because that's life. If I didn't go out for a run every time I didn't feel quite like it, then I wouldn't probably go out very often. But saying that, so even though sometimes I don't feel motivated to go for that particular run, I do have an overarching motivation, and I think that is absolutely key. So I love fitness. I can see the benefits in it. I like how being fit makes me feel. I like how being fit makes me look. I want to stay like that. I like the fact that I feel healthier, and I hope those health benefits carry on as I get older. So I hope that reflects, my fitness reflects in how I age as well. So I see all of that, and for me it's a driving force. It's really, really important. So it's an overarching motivation that I have. So even if on a specific day I don't feel like I'm motivated to go outside, in my head, in my body, I still have this motivation to want to be fit, to want to eat well, and everything that encompasses, because I see the benefits for me, and it's now an integral part of my life that I wouldn't live without. So I think what I'm saying is you have to find that overarching reason that you are doing being part of fitness. If you don't have that reason, it isn't going to happen. You have to have a why, and fitness has to become a part of your life. It can't be something that you tag on. It can't be a tick in the box, because that isn't enough. It won't happen because everything else will get in the way. So you'll get to the end of the day and you won't have any time, or you'll be too tired, or you'll just do the filing instead, or you'll go and phone a friend, or you'll watch that program on television, or you'll hoover, or you do the washing, or you'll play with the children. Anything will come in the way of doing the fitness because it isn't a priority for you. I understand that there is loads of important things in your life. You've got your work, you've got your family, but there is time to put in that fitness element if you really want it, and that's key. So for example, right now I should be at French lesson, but I'm not. I'm here, I'm talking to a camera, and the reason I'm not at the French lesson is because I want to learn, or I know I want to get better at speaking French, but it doesn't mean that much to me, as in there isn't that overriding desire for me to learn French. I don't have a particular goal. I just want to speak French. It's all a bit vague. So when it comes down to it, I found other things that I'm going to do instead. And it's the same with a lot of you and your fitness. There has to be that driving force behind it that makes you want to do it, that makes you, even if you don't want to do it anyway, that makes you carry on when you're in a slump, or if you miss a few days, means you carry on again a few days later. So that's a really important part of it. So firstly, I think you have to work out if you actually want to get fitter. Like, do you really, really, really want to get fitter? Are you ready? Because if you're not, there's actually no point kidding yourself that you're going to There's no point just trying for 1 or 2 days and then giving up, because that's going to make you feel even worse. So you have to work out if you really, really want to get fitter. Okay? Once you've done that, great, but you have to have that why. So is it that aging is freaking you out and this will make you feel better? Because it will. Is it because you've got health problems that you want to try and overcome? Your mobility's getting a bit stiff, you're a bit more out of breath, you're putting on some weight around the middle. Is it that every time you look in the mirror and you don't like what you how you're looking? Is it that you're unhappy with how you are? Because I think for me that's the worst thing, is when I see women who are genuinely unhappy with how they're looking and they're feeling, and yet they're still not managing to get fitness as an integral part of their life. They're not managing to make those changes. But your happiness, that should be a prime reason, because if you're not happy, guaranteed that the environment around you isn't as happy as it could be. If you were happy, or if you spent 10-20 minutes doing the exercise for yourself, you would start seeing changes, and I can guarantee, I promise, it would make you feel better. You'd start feeling fitter, you'd start seeing the benefits of the exercise, you start looking in the mirror and not hating yourself, your clothes will start to feel better. And for me, when I speak to so many women, I just see, surely that is your motivation, that you are unhappy with how you are and you can actually do something about it. But anyway, it's up to you. You've got to find your motivation. I can't find it, I can't give it to you, but I can certainly help you find it. And then I think you have to be careful, as when I hear people say, oh, I don't have any motivation, so I'm not exercising. Going back to what I said at the beginning, I don't think lack of motivation should equal I'm not exercising. It might be that lack of motivation means that I'm tired, I can't be bothered, I'm stressed, I've got other things to do. But it comes back to, if you had that reason for doing it, that really important reason, then you'd find a way to do it. So don't tell yourself that you're unmotivated so you can't exercise, because frankly, if you actually go out there and did some exercise, it would be like a rolling ball. You'd actually start feeling more motivated. So why don't you just start by doing 5 minutes in front of the telly, see how you feel. You might even want to do 10 minutes. Ooh, you might even want to do 15 or 20 minutes the day before. But if you don't do anything, if you just sit there and feel guilty and annoyed with yourself for not doing anything, then you're not going to get more motivated. So motivation will often grow as you start doing more. So just to finish, what I reckon you need to do is, 1, work out if you really, really, really want to do this and get fit. If you don't, you are not ready, and there is no point right now. And then number 2, if you are ready, what is that reason? Write it down, tell your friends, tell me, just do something so you know what that reason is. It's got to be a good reason. It can't be because I want to lose a little bit of weight, because that's not enough. Is that weight making you unhappy? Is it stopping you from doing things? Is it because you've got a wedding, summer holiday, bikini? Don't know. What is that big why reason? And then the third thing is, what next? So you've worked that all out. You know, doesn't mean motivation is there right now as you're listening to this, but it hopefully means that you've got an idea of how you can get some motivation. So what next? What's the plan? What are you going to do with this? Tell me. I want to know. And if you've got any comments or questions, then feel free to comment.